Hey guys, what's up? Mike with Mike Builds, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you guys how I ran the solar panel wiring from the outside to the inside of my house to the inverter without using any sort of holes in my walls or anything crazy like that. I had somebody ask in a comment how I did it, so I figured I would quickly show you guys and then also give you guys an update on the mini split that we installed a couple videos back. So if you're like me and you do a lot of solar stuff, obviously you need a way to connect your solar panel wiring, which for me it's these two right here. You need a good semi-clean, watertight, weather-tight way to connect it, and this is kind of what I came up with. For years, all I did was run these wires out of my window and I would just literally shut the window with some foam, and to be honest with you guys, that worked, but I knew I could do better. Also, as I started adding more and more stuff, for example, I have these two extension cords right here that run two more of my mini splits, that guy for the bedroom and that guy for the living room. So as I was adding more and more stuff coming out of the window from the inside to the outside of the house, I knew I had to come up with some sort of solution that I could future-proof and upgrade as I see fit. This is kind of what I came up with to kind of start out. This is just a piece of plywood that I just cut to a random size and shape. This board has also been painted with weatherproof paint in order to keep the wood from rotting, so we will see how that holds up. I didn't really measure or do anything crazy, but it's about 10 inches tall and it's the entire width of the window. I cut it just wide enough to where you have to kind of force it into the window sill itself, and that kind of holds it in place. And then all around the window sill here, I went ahead and caulked it. I put a ton of caulking. As far as the pass-throughs themselves, all I used was PVC pipe. This is 2 inch, this is 1 inch, and then that's 2.5 all the way down there. And basically what I did was I stuck a piece through like this and I put a sleeve on like this. This is just like a 90-degree angle. So imagine this is kind of the same way the pipe comes out. This slides on, it's glued on, and then it kind of comes out here. I ran my wires through. When you do that, you have to make sure you run your wires through first and then put the connections on, because, for example, this 1 inch, you're not gonna be able to get your connectors through that little bend. These were 45s at first, but there's no way I could get the connections through, so I ended up using 45s. So if you have really big connectors or you don't wanna have to cut them off and re-put them on, make sure you use the correct angle. This one's an unused one right now. Like I said before, this one is going to the mini splits. I do wanna add a 90-degree one here. I just didn't have one at the time. This one is for the mini split. It's our drain hose and our power cord, and then this one's also for the mini split for the line set and the communication wire. And these two I just put expanding foam in. These two I just shoved normal kind of foam in. I probably need to go in and add expanding foam, but the only reason I haven't done that yet is because I didn't know if I was still fine-tuning the setup and I didn't want anything to be permanent. As far as sealing the top here, I used this piece of like neoprene foam I got on Amazon, and I pushed the window down as hard as I could just to kind of seal it right here, and I think it does a pretty good job. And then, like I said before, the rest of it is sealed with caulking there. All right here is caulking, and then the whole bottom is all caulked up. So yeah, as you guys can see, in my case, I had a ton of stuff running through the window and I had to come up with a solution. Also, when I was installing my mini split, I really wanted to have a way to run the line set out of the house without having to put a hole in the wall, just because I wanted to try that out. I've never seen anybody do it, and so far it's been working really good. I'll show you guys the inside. All right, here's the inside. So here's the top of the window. I did have to add a piece of foam here, and I also need to add a stick that goes from here to the top of the window jamb in order to keep the window from being able to be lifted. So keep that in mind, because also there's no seal right here. So you have to add a foam seal here. As far as the connections coming through, as you can see, they literally just kind of come through. I need to kind of go through still and tidy all this up. I just really haven't got to it, but from here, you can kind of do whatever you want with the cords. These cords just run over to my power station to power the mini splits, powered off this inverter right here and these batteries. And then the main solar panels for the 48-volt system are these wires, and the solar panels are on that carport right there that we built in another video. And as you can see, they terminate right here, and then the wire goes straight into the inverter. And then right here, we have the drain tube and the power wire for this mini split outside the window right here, and then we have the line set right here. So as you can see, it's all foamed up. This one I didn't foam up in here. I need to, but it is foamed from the outside, so there's no leakage or anything here. I did not add anything on the inside as far as weatherproofing, but I haven't had any issues with water ingress or anything like that. And so far, I've had this for a few months now, and it's been working great. So that's how I did it. If anyone was curious, this isn't perfect. You could definitely do better solutions in my opinion, but this is definitely better than just putting it through the window, putting a towel down and shutting your window. I've done that for years. It works great. And if you're doing that, more power to you. But I do believe this is the next step up. And it also gives me more space right here if I need to add some more, I guess, ways to add more wires, if I add more solar panels or, you know, whatever. So it's kind of future proof as well. It's not the most cool looking thing. I get it. It kind of looks maybe a little bit janky to some of you guys, but that's how I did it. And if you're looking for a solution besides just running the wires through the window, this is one way you can do it. As far as the Hunter and Cooper mini split we installed through the window in another video, I had someone ask me how the setup was working. As you can see, still working perfect. I'm still haven't done anything with the line set. I've kind of just left it like this, but this thing has been a workhorse. I run this thing pretty much all day. It runs 100% on solar, and it works works really well. I'm super impressed with it. The efficiency of it is awesome. It's never pulled more than about 1,050 watts. That's the most energy I've ever seen pulled out of this. And that's really awesome because my other mini splits at full power pull about 1,400 watts. So this thing is super efficient. That's awesome to see that. And here's the outside unit. As you can see, it's chugging along just fine. And it's been really good. I didn't show this. I didn't make a video of this, but I did end up making a conduit for my solar panel wiring going from the pergola. I just need to end up mounting it. But you can see it runs here, have another mount there, and then it runs all the way up to our disconnect switch. So we do have a disconnect for safety. The solar pergola has been awesome. I've actually been working on some projects underneath it, and man, this thing has been super killer. I had a lot of you guys comment on this thing saying how much y'all liked it, and it's worked out really good. I'm really happy I did it. I want to do another one, and not even because I want more solar, but just because I want more shaded area. I mean, it's so nice, especially here in Texas, just to have a nice shaded area to work out in your backyard, especially if you're like me and you have too many hobbies and can't fit them all in your garage. Anyways, guys, that's it. I'm gonna wrap this video up. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.